in my hand, and behind here I have little rocks that are going to rub on some sandpaper, and you watch the energy change happen. Yes! My mechanical energy is changing into light and heat, different form, but you can see it. I can even hear it too. Into an outlet, and that electrical energy is changing into light energy before our eyes. I can play with that a little bit and make it blink, but here's the cool science. How can I change sound energy into light energy? I'll flip the switch. It's not, hey, stop that. What? Do you hear my voice? The sound energy from my voice is being changed to light energy. Hey.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, everyone. That is the session today. You explain more about the different forms of energy, but at the beginning, let's make a simple revision about the different forms of energy we take before. We take before, guys, the conservation of energy. You can see that here we have a change of the energy all time, change of form of energy from one to another to another. The electrical energy become light energy, sound energy, and like that. Now change of form, but all time the energy will be conserved. Not it just change the form, but the amount of energy stay the same. Okay, you can realize also from this simulation change of form of energy. Now we have energy stored in these girl muscles. When now the energy will transfer from their muscles into the gear of this bicycle and into this generator, and after that to become thermal energy here to heat the water up. Okay, now we have a change of form of energy happen all time. We can change a form of energy like that. Now the energy neither destroyed nor created. All time it change of form, as you see here. Now we have another one. We can use water also. Now we have potential energy come from the water, change it to become kinetic energy and thermal energy and heat energy in the water, like that, guys. Change of form all time. Change of form from one to another to another. That's the meaning of the conservation of energy. And I'm going to give you this simulation to play with and understand more about the change of form of energy into the solar panel and like that. Okay? Okay, now let's start with a new lesson for today. Let's focus on the potential energy types. Now let's focus on the potential energy types. At first, guys, you should understand that very well. We explained before the potential energy, which means the stored energy in the object. Okay, so any energy stored in object, it become potential energy. For example, plant store chemical energy inside it. When you eat, you will take this energy from food to your muscles, like that. Okay, so plant store energy. So plant, it has chemical energy. Chemical energy is a kind of potential energy, like that. When you understand how they will become type of energy, you should understand at first this object will store the energy inside. By another words, we said that before, the potential energy, which means the object is ready to do work. For another example, when you hold the ball and you lift the ball up, okay, in this position, for example, what will happen when you release the ball or you release this cup? It moves down, right? Why it moves down? Because we have gravity here. We have gravity. So this gravity will pull all objects down. So we have potential energy come because of gravity. This kind of energy is called, this kind of potential energy is called gravitational potential energy or gravity energy, but this not working well here in English, so we said that gravitational come from gravity, gravitational potential energy. Okay, this is a very important kind of energy, and this energy will, the object will take it because of its position. If you hold any object and you release it up, now you stored energy inside it. This is called potential energy, or by other words, gravitational potential energy. This is the first one that we have here in this page. Let's talk about another one, and that is the chemical energy. You can see that here. This chemical energy. As I told you now, the plant will store chemical energy inside. Okay, now this chemical energy in fact come because of the atoms inside it store energy. When these have chemical reaction, it release all of this energy outside and release this energy in your body or anything else and like that. So we have stored chemical energy inside the plant. Another example, battery. Okay, the battery also store energy inside it. It's energy. It's ready to start to work. It's ready to make work. Now we have chemicals inside this battery. Okay, when you use it, we have chemical reaction happen inside it, and this chemical reaction release chemical energy. So that is another kind of energy that we have here. Battery store chemical energy. Plant store chemical energy. Like that, guys. Okay. Petroleum, another example, petroleum. The petroleum, it store chemical energy inside it, and it's ready to do work. When you use the petroleum into the car will make some chemical reactions and it release the energy. This energy, the car will use it to move. Like that, guys. So we have stored energy. Focus in this word, guys, all time. We are talking about stored energy. Stored energy. Any stored energy become potential energy. Gravitational, we stored energy in this one. In the plant, we stored energy in the plant. In the battery, we stored energy in the battery. Like that. Okay, let's take another one. The third one here, guys, compares spring. Of course, you know this spring. Okay, I'm sorry, let me erase this. Okay, guys. Now, of course, all of you know the spring. That is the spring. Maybe I think you have a picture in your book about this spring. Okay, this one, when you compressed this spring, okay, and release it, it will fly, right? This kind of energy that is called elastic energy, guys. Elastic energy. Any object, it will be malleable or flexible. It store energy inside it. If you have the ball, and when you throw the ball in the wall, it will back again. Why? Because this ball is flexible. Another example, we make this before. That is a rubber band. Okay, this rubber band, it has elastic potential energy. When we make it like that, look over, it will fly, but maybe fly down, but it flies. It flies. Look over, guys, here. Now look over here. I will use this rubber band to make it fly. Now it's converted from elastic potential energy into kinetic energy to fly. Like that, guys. Okay, now that is another example or another kind of potential energy. It's called elastic potential energy. Let's talk more about another one. We have also, guys, nuclear, number 4. I'll explain it here because maybe I can't open the board. Okay, now number 4 is nuclear. Yes, here we have a nuclear potential energy. Nuclear potential energy. What does it mean? We took before. We take a little bit information about atoms. Okay, the atoms, it has energy inside it. The atoms, it will be the smallest part for any object you have. This pen made up of atom. This cup made up of atom. The balloon made up of atom. Air made up of atoms. Sun made up of atoms. Any object in our universe made up of atoms. And this atom store a lot of energy to let all particles of this atom stuck together in one small place. So we have a lot of energy inside this one, stored energy inside the atoms. Okay, when we cut the atom, all this energy will get out. That is called nuclear energy, and that is kind of potential energy because we store energy inside this one. Okay, guys, that's it, called nuclear energy. If you hear about a nuclear bomb or nuclear planet or nuclear factory, all of that are some machines and some factories, they will use nuclears and use atoms to make energy, to make electricity from atoms or from nucleus. This is a little bit idea about that, guys, but maybe we'll talk about more about nucleus and atoms in maybe in another lessons, okay? There's some kinds of energy that we have about potential energy. Let's move for the another part, kinetic energy. We will focus on the kinetic energy. Now, as I told you before, guys, kinetic energy here, we'll focus on the movement. Movement. Potential energy will focus on store energy in object. But here we have movement of object. If we have car move, now this is the kinetic energy. Now when this cup, when this plastic cover like that, it will move up. Now this kinetic energy, like that, any movement we have kinetic energy. Okay? For example, sound. How do you think the sound will transfer from your mouth to the ear? In the air, right? Now when I'm speaking like that, of course you are listen to me. Okay, now when I'm speaking like that, okay, very bad picture, but not a problem. Okay, guys, now here the speaking, in fact, this sound is a vibration, will move into the air to your ears, like that. So the movement, can you hear that? Movement of the sound vibration is a kind of the kinetic energy. Another example, the electrons move in the wire. How do you think the electricity will come from the place to another place? By electrons movement. So electrons move in wire. That's another example of the kinetic energy. Another example, when you use the wood fire, okay, like that. When you use the wood fire, okay, now we have a lot of heat gets out, and you can feel this heat in your hand or in your body and like that. Now we have transfer or movement for heat from the fire to your body. Maybe you are away from this fire, but we have movement here. So the vibration of molecules for heat, the heat move into the air, that is called also kinetic energy. So the thermal energy also kind of kinetic energy. We have another examples. Someone asked me here how the electricity become the kinetic energy. Now how the energy come from the from any place. Now from this place we have electricity on it, okay, and you will use this one here. And now you can use this electricity in a computer or something else, okay? You use it in computer, okay? Now we have electricity. How this electricity move from here to there? The electricity, in fact, guys, we have electrons inside the wire. These electrons inside the wire, okay? What are the electrons? You will know that when I explain the atoms, inshallah. So can you say that here? We have movement. The movement of electrons inside the wire, that is electrical energy or the kinetic energy. Let's explain this part here again. The vibration molecules in substance to heat up. Now, when we have the water, for example, okay, now this water has molecules, and we have here fire or the thermal energy. This thermal energy will let the molecules inside the water to vibrate or to move, okay? Now that is a kind of movement. That is the kind of movement, okay? Microwave, for example, the microwave use rays to let the food inside the microwave to be delicious and hot and like that. So we have vibration movement, heat up. The heat up also is a kind of kinetic energy, okay? Mechanical energy, guys. Maybe someone here asked me about how, we have here mechanical energy. If you look over in your book, you can see the schedule of potential energy types and kinetic energy types. Okay, now potential energy, any store energy, and kinetic energy, any movement of energy. sound, light, solar. This come from the sun, light and heat. Okay, thermal energy. But you can see that here we have we have mechanical energy in both of them, in the potential and in kinetic energy. We have mechanical energy in both of them. What does it mean? What do you mean of mechanical energy? Mechanical energy, which means we have both of potential energy plus kinetic energy. For example, if you're riding your bicycle like that, okay, and you want to move from a high place from here, now here in this case you have potential energy. When you move down, this potential energy become kinetic energy. But in this position, you have both of them, kinetic energy and potential energy. In this case, okay, you still move and you still have position up. Okay, so you have potential and the kinetic energy. That is mechanical energy. Mechanical energy. So mechanical energy is both of them, potential and the kinetic energy, both of them with each other. That is called mechanical energy. So we can say that mechanical energy is a kind of potential or kind of kinetic energy some another time. Okay, I hope you understand. I hope you enjoy. Thanks a lot for all. If you still have a question, you can ask me on WhatsApp. Thanks a lot for all of you. See you next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.